So I almost drew the peg that I wanted. I sort of spoke to Frank Donachie on the morning. I was driving up, hands-free, saying that I would like to draw peg 4 if I could choose any peg on the complex on middle pool. So got second best choice really, peg 27. The match did not start well at all. I mean, we've had a real sharp frost, which has made a beautiful day, so ideal for filming. Happy days. So I started on bomb and bread, chucked it around a couple of places and had no indications, caught nothing. Went out on the pole, a little bit worried, 20 minutes without any bites, and then thank gosh I finally had a bite, and then I had a bit of a run of fish. As you can see, I'm playing one now, just fishing 0.16 mainline to an 0.10 hook length, and used an 8-inch hook length with our pellet fishing. Water's pretty clear. So I do quite like using strung sort of bulks like floats if conditions allow, which obviously today they did. It's perfect for that. And obviously fishing like a 0 rig. I did have a couple of fish on that, but didn't really catch anything on the drop. But I'm convinced that they just take it on the way down or watch it come on the way down. So some of the bites were quite instant as the float sort of settled. So yeah, just taking my time fishing 1.6 mil Dan's elastic through a hole of a top kit. This is actually my biggest fish, to be honest, which is a carp. So it's quite surprising what you can actually land on relatively light gear. Just take your time, there's no snags. So yeah, fish, all it's going to do is break you, worst case scenario, so just take your time, you should land it really. yet, Stitch? So lasso pellets, I mean, I'll put a link above, so you click on that and see how you can actually make a lasso. I think lasso pellets are awesome. Don't get it wrong, a little bit fiddly, as you can see I'm fiddling around with it, especially with such fine lines. So if you're fishing like an 010 hook length, then they can tend to kink. So if you've got like a stronger line like 012, 014, 016, then the lassos tend to be a lot easier to actually book the pellets, if that makes sense, because the line's a lot stiffer, it doesn't tend to kink, or it's easier to use. But it's not a race, it's all about getting bites. So for me personally, I don't mind fishing 010. A little bit risky because obviously if I book some big fish, I might struggle to get them out, but like I said earlier in the video, I like to think if you take your time, balance tackle, you should be able to get them out. And I had a good little run, look, as you can see. It's a funny match. I've caught well for maybe just over, probably about an hour and a half, and in that point I think I had about 7 F1s and 3 carp or 4 carp. I didn't have very many fish, but they're all good stampers. So, you know, 11 fish, 3 very small skimmers for £52 or whatever it was. So yeah, happy days. Won the lake and won the super pool. They've sort of split the super pool up on each lake, so there's 3 lakes in, so he spreads the money around. Not that I go fishing for money, I've got to work for money, but even though this is going to be our last match because of lockdown, so I won't be working, never mind. And also you notice I'm just like pinging pellets, even though I'm not fishing shallow, but just lining it up ready for the, you know, the next fish. If you notice when I shipped it out, you know, the bite came almost instantly. So what you're trying to do is you know, prime it ready for the when you go back out again. So as you can see, this is actually sped up for your enjoyment. So just show what I'm doing. I didn't really want to feel like that I had to show the whole video because I don't want to bore you. So don't be frightened to like lift and drop, ping a few pellets, only like 4 or 5, 4 mils. I'm only fishing a lasso 4 as well. I felt when there was a few fish there I did try a lasso 6, but to be honest with you, the 4 mil was better on the day. But sometimes more visual bait, sometimes it's better to fish a 6 mil. If you're fishing like boundary and stuff, I definitely would probably end up fishing a 6 mil or even an 8 mil hard pellet. It might sound daft at this time of year, but there's so many little fish, sometimes it's better to fish like big hard pellets. Hope you enjoyed the video. Plan to do more, so I'll see you on the bank probably in 6 weeks time. Take care, see ya, bye.